Can you add that Akash? I think Akash is not joined it.
Okay, I'm just calling to that. So
yeah,
that they are not.
Akash GM something is there.
I'm just adding
Okay.
all the people in the. I think Akash is not joined. Okay, I'm calling back to him once again.
Okay. Yeah, he's there, I guess. Akash, are you there?
No, he is not. Would you mind just to call back to him? I'm trying to add, but that is not possible here.
I guess he is in there. AG is something is showing. No, there Akash GM. Something.
Yes, not there, not there. Here, just calling. Okay, I think he got. He just joined right now.
Okay. Akash also just. Akash, are you there? Can you hear me, Akash?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Where are you, man? So 2, 3. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you can start.
Yeah, shall I start the class?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, fine. Good afternoon to everyone. So in the yesterday session, I discussed about the difference between SAP methodology and Activate methodology. And today topic is S4HANA or MM consultant, roles and responsibilities. So what kind of roles and responsibilities we need to handle as a functional consultant? So as a business SAP partner, so what kind of roles and responsibilities we need to carry out at the client location? So here I just specified some important roles and responsibilities that we need to do in real time. So requirement gathering, system configuration, testing, training, support, improvements, documentation, collaborations, and updates. So these are all things we need to do. So as a functional consultant, as a MM functional consultant in real time. So first we will discuss about the requirement gathering. So if you take any project, whether it is implementation, support, upgrade, enhancement, so there are certain responsibilities that we need to perform in the client location. So here I will tell you what kind of roles and responsibilities that we need to do. So if you are into implementation project, in the yesterday session, I have given idea regarding the how to implement SAP projects based upon the SAP and Activate methodology for S4HANA projects. SAP is for ECC, old version, and S4HANA. So for this, we have given some guidance regarding the implementation procedure by using the Activate methodology. So here, today the topic is, so as the MM consultant, so MM is just like functional consultant, what kind of roles and responsibilities that we need to handle. So in the implementation project, so if you take any kind of implementation project, there are some methodologies generally used for to bringing the data from non-SAP to SAP, or we can do it from the scratch. So general implementation means client never used SAP. So now he wants to switch to SAP. Like earlier, he was in the Oracle, some other non-ERP system or ERP system. Then he want to move to SAP first time. So that kind of projects are called as implementation. There are certain methodologies also there. Yesterday I discussed about SAP methodology for ECC, old version, and S4HANA as an activate methodology. So like here, some of the phases we already discussed in the yesterday session. So just I will give you overall idea again to understand the requirement fully. So here the initial stage is just like a planning stage. Okay, that is called planning stage. That is called as a prepare phase, and documentation. So that is called as an explore phase. And configuration, implementation is that word, configuration phase, testing, and go live. So you take any kind of project, implementation project, we see this kind of phases like planning, documentation, configuration, testing, and go live. So as a MM consultant, so if you are into implementation project, so what kind of roles and responsibilities we need to handle? So the first requirement is, so you need to gather the business requirement. And you need to attend several kind of meetings. And cross-module team function, cross-module team members. And see, business requirement gathering is very important and art. So without getting this business information, so we cannot map into SAP system. Okay, so first requirement is as a function consultant. So you will have to connect your SAP end users. Here we can say core users. So and we will discuss about the business requirement, and they will share the business requirement. So for that you will have to set up several calls and discussions, meetings, and email writing. So then we will get this information. So business requirement, what kind of business requirement we need to get from the core users? Master data, transactional data. Let's say, for example, client has been using Oracle software or Tally software for the last 5 years, and now he want to switch to SAP first time. Okay, whatever the transactional data along with the client and whatever the master data along with the client, that should be migrated from non-SAP. Non-SAP is called as a legacy to SAP system. So initially, so functional consultant should gather this basic information like master data and transactional data. So these are very important and vital for every business. Okay, so what kind of master data we need to gather? So if you go to SAP, so you will clearly understand what is master data. Just I'm going to S4HANA system. So this is SAP. Just you go to logistics. So we are in SAP MM module. So you go to metal management. Okay, so metal management, purchasing. These are the metal management, purchasing, inventory management, invoice verification, physical inventory, valuation, metal requirement planning. So these are all submodules of SAP MM. Okay, these are all submodules of SAP MM. So main module is metal management. These are all components. So okay, just you go to the master data. So just metal master is one kind of master data. Service master. Okay, so these are the two important master data. And you go to purchasing. So here master data is there. So in purchasing info records, source list, quota arrangement. Okay, so these are all conditions. These are all master data. Okay, so master data is nothing but info records, source list if it is purchasing, info records, source list, quota arrangement, and vendor. Vendor is also master data. Material is also master data. So I'm just typing over here what kind of master data we need to gather from the client as the MM consultant. So master data including material master, vendor master, purchase info records, source list, quota arrangement, so these are all master data. So as a function consultant, we will have to gather this kind of master data from the client. So which is already exist with the client, right, for the last 5 years. So this data we need to gather from the client. Okay, these are just like examples. Okay, so we need to ask this master data details along with the transactional data details. So if it is FI related, it is FICO related. The master data means GL master, vendor master, customer master, asset master, bank master, and cost elements, cost center, profit centers, internal orders. So as a MM consultant, we will have to learn these areas also. Why? Because at the time of booking invoice or at the time of creating purchase order and goods receipt, some cases, so we need to give these inputs like cost elements, cost centers, profit centers, internal orders. So we will have to learn this basic information. Then we will, so any kind of issues happening, then we can understand at least and who is responsible or who is dealing this issue. So FI people or MM people. So MM consultant or FI consultant. And here, so GL is very important. Why? Because some of the purchase orders creation time, so we need to give the GL accounts. And vendor master is integrated with the FI module and MM module. So FI data means company code data. Customer master, this is also important. So as a sum of the purchase orders, we need to book with assets. Okay. So these are all important. And these are all important for you, even if it is other modules. Okay. So here as a MM consultant, so master data is here I provide some examples. This is this is the master data for FICO. Okay, so at the same time, so if you look at SAP SD master data is customer master data conditions. These things we should understand. So first, and this information we need to collect from the business. Okay, so business requirement gathering. The first thing is you should analyze the master data, what kind of master data exists with the client. And so then you should understand the transactional data as well. So transactional data is nothing but open purchase orders and inventory details, inventory material related documents. Okay, so invoice, open invoices. So these are all transactional data. So we need to gather. So and we need to gather all this information along with the organization structure. So SAP MM has organization structure. SAP MM has organization structure. So first the client, then company code, so under company code, plant will come. So one company code should have multiple plants. Under plants, storage location. Under storage location, purchasing organization. Several purchase organizations will be there. So purchase organization is these are all called organizational units and purchasing. Okay, this is the organization structure of SAP MM. So like every module has an organization structure. So if you take SAP FI organization structure, client, operating concern, controlling area, company codes, business area, or cost centers or profit centers. So anything. So like SAP SD has also organized structures. So every consultant will gather the organization structure of organizational units like operating console information, controlling area. So like here the plants information, storage locations, purchase organization. These are all information we need to gather from the client, along with master data and transactional data. So I will show you one blueprint also after a couple of minutes. So SAP SD organization structure, you take first initially client, company code, sales organization, distribution channel, division, sales area, and sales goals. So these are the organized structure of SAP SD module, and this is organized structure of SAP FICO, and this is organized structure of SAP MM. So these are all called as organization units. So if you are implementing any kind of project, so first we need to implement this organized structure elements. Okay, so that is the reason. So we need to gather this kind of information, organized structure information, that is very vital for every consultant. At the same time, we need to gather the master data requirements and transactional data requirements. So as a MM consultant, so we will gather the this kind of master data as well as transactional data and organization structure. So just I'm showing you for your better understanding. So this is one kind of business blueprint of one company. So organization structure consists of plants, storage locations, plant, storage location, purchase organization, purchasing group, procurement process. Okay, so we need to collect this information from the client. At the same time, we need to gather the master data requirements, vendor master, material master, purchase info records, source list information. So as a functional consultant, we should aware the client procurement process, what kind of manufacturing activities he is dealing, and what kind of material types that client has. And so like what kind of special procurement the client is dealing. All these, what kind of PO types of POs we have, and number ranges. Okay, these are all information we can collect from the client. So procurement process including purchase requisition, quotation, purchase order, transmission of purchase order, contract, releasing purchase order, pricing procedure. So these are all client information. Okay, this information will be provided by the client. Okay, so we need to create different kind of requisition types, document types, purchase order document types. Okay, based upon the requirement. So we will create number ranges. Okay, for each requisitions, quotation, orders, purchase orders, invoice. So these are all things are very vital. So that we need to collect from the client. So valuation area, valuation clause, account reference. Okay, so this is also very important. Goods receipt, goods issue, transfer posting, physical inventory, invoice verification. These are all part of SAP MM consultant to gather the information. Okay, so here this client Charminath. Okay, Charminar client has, yes, please.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hello,
Yes, yes, yes. Can you hear me?
your voice is not clear.
No, my voice is clear. So anyone please confirm my voice is audible? Hello, can you confirm please my voice is audible or not? I think everyone in mute.
Sorry, it's not clear.
Yes,
Not clear?
Yes, now it's coming.
Not coming. Okay. So now it is audible.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I start from this place. Okay. See, as a MM consultant, so we will have to gather organization structure information. That is very vital. So like organization structure, SAP MM should have plant, storage location, purchase organization, purchasing group, and procurement process. So we should gather all this information first. At the same time, so we need to gather the material requirements, material types, raw material, semi-finished, finished, trading goods, spare parts, non-stockable items, consumables. So whatever the requirement, like material requirement is with client, that we need to gather, and we need to collect the vendor information. So vendor is nothing but business partner information in SAP S4HANA. So business partner details, general data, and vendor company code details and purchasing details. So these are all we need to gather. And so purchase info records, source list. Okay, so whatever the master data and organizational data we have, that we need to gather from the client. And we need to understand the client procurement process. Okay, for that, so what kind of purchase orders the client should be used, like purchase order types, okay, requisition types, and for this all number ranges also we need to gather. So here I given some procurement process related information: purchase requisition, quotation, purchase orders, transmission of purchase order, contracts, release of purchase order, pricing procedure. For all these, we need to gather the number range information along with the document types information. And the second one is, so valuation area is nothing but plants. How many plants we have? So what is the valuation area is company code level or plant level? So that we need to understand first. And what kind of prices we are maintaining, moving average price and so prices are two types: moving average and standard price. So moving average price generally used for the raw materials. Standard price semi-finished and finished products. So we should understand the account reference and the valuation and grouping code details as well. And we should understand the goods receipt process and goods issue process. Okay, these are all information the client will provide. So initially, as a function consultant, so we should gather the material master data information along with so transactional data information as well as the organization structure information. These are all vital for every business. So that is the reason. So as a function consultant, your role is so to prepare the documentation for all these master data and the transactional data and the respective requirements, and that is called as a to be document. As is means the client information. As this document will be shared by your clients, like this data. So this information, based upon the as is information, we will have to prepare the, so like client will give you the how many plants he has: a domestic plant 1, domestic plant 2. So we need to do this like SAP configuration for plants and their SAP codes we need to do. So client has 2 plants in SAP codes we need to give this. So like that, the client has a different kind of storage locations. Okay, so raw materials, consumables. Okay, so and the repairs. These are all storage locations client has, right? So this is the client information, storage information. Further, so we need to give the nomenclature in SAP. So we will have to create these codes. Okay, so and we will have to configure this storage location information and plant information. Okay, and so purchase organization information. So everything. So we need to gather and we will have to configure in our SAP system. So initially, so we should understand the this business requirement, how many plants the client has, how many purchase organizations client has, and what kind of storage locations and what kind of material types. Okay, and what kind of purchase organizations and purchasing groups that client has. These are all information we need to gather. And number ranges are two types. Okay, so we have number ranges for raw material, semi-finished. So every material should have number range, and even purchase orders, requisitions, quotation. So for all these, we should gather the number range information from the client, and those we need to configure in our SAP system. So this is the purchasing group information. So these are all organizations. Yes. Yes. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you properly.
Yeah. My side, there is no issue. Maybe can you please check your network? Akash DM. Can you please check your network? Because my side is no problem. Anyone, can you hear me? Please confirm. Any issues my side?
No, I'm also in that call, so like I don't see like you do have any disturbance in your call. Network
Okay,
is-
so everything is okay, right?
Yep.
Okay, so shall I continue?
Yeah. Just a second. Akash, do you are facing any problem?
I think his network is not good. Maybe that's the reason.
Yes.
Yes. And after end of the session, you will be notified with this video in the chat box. Okay, so video is recording. You can also check it. Okay, should I continue? Akash, please confirm.
I am also not getting your voice. Hello?
Yes.
No, we are
Okay.
not getting.
Oh, sorry. Hello. Hello, Akash.
Your voice is breaking now.
No. Actually, my voice is okay.
Hello?
Yes, my voice is okay. Check your network because some of the.
Your voice is breaking.
No. So I just connected to your guys. They are saying okay. I think you are facing some network issue. Please check. My network is good here. So Akash, can you please join once again? Can you please join once again?
Yes, we are not getting correct voice.
No. So guys, please confirm my voice is audible or not. Anyone? So please
Hello?
connect to Akash. Yes. Hello.
Akash, might be
Actually,
you
your
are
voice is
facing some
breaking.
network issue. Akash, can you hear me? Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Anyone, please connect to Akash through mobile and discuss.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
my side is good.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Just wait
Yeah.
for a moment. Just I'm connecting with you.
Yes, please. Yes. So Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Have you discussed with Akash? Yeah, hello. Hello, Shriya, can you hear me? Yes.
He's facing some network issue over there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how much time it will take to more complete this
Another
procedure?
30 minutes. Another 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, you can continue. So
Okay.
later we will see other members we have also.
Okay. And so after the end of the session, you will be notified with video, record video. So you can watch that video. So if you stuck
Okay,
with it.
okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that
Anyone
will
click
be
that?
fine.
So watch that video.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So now my screen is visible, right?
Yes, more visible. Yeah.
Okay. All right. See, as a function consultant, we need to gather this business requirement. Okay, so like purchasing group information and purchase organization information, as well as so procurement process information. Okay, so these are all like so P2P process, how the client procure the raw material and what kind of special procurement process we have. Okay, so and types of quotations and releasing strategy. So these are all invoice verification. These are all procurement process we should understand, and so that is called as a requirement gathering. So requirement gathering is nothing but collecting the business information, and so we need to make some supporting documents, and based upon that, so we need to make some sprint planning. So then we can do the configuration. So initial stage is the planning. So once planning part is completed, then requirement gathering. So requirement gathering. So understanding the business requirement related to procurement, inventory management, invoice processing, and material planning. So then we have to do the system configuration. So we have master data, transactional data, organizational units, right? For all this, we have to configure in our SAP system. And so there are two types of configurations we need to perform. One is baseline configuration and final configuration. Generally, configurations are two types. Baseline configuration and final configuration. Baseline configuration is nothing but majority of part, 60% of 80% of basic requirements of the business, like on day-to-day basis, the client will make some purchase orders, goods receipt invoice. For all these should be comes under the baseline configurations, like organization units in a configuration and purchasing related configuration, inventory related configuration, okay, special procurement related configuration. So pricing procedure related configuration, releasing procedure related configuration. All this will have to complete so in the initial stage, and the final configuration is just like so yeah, this module is integrated with FI module, SD module, so warehouse management and the plant maintenance. So other modules configuration also required. So this will be called as integration. So module is integrated with the other modules like FI, SD, PP, So this configuration and gap related, gap means so the differences between client business and SAP system, that things will comes under the gap. So gap is nothing but so the standard SAP is not suitable for the client requirement. We have to do customizations. The customization things will be done with our ABAPers. So and if ABAPer says there is no feasibility at all by doing this configuration, then we will approach to SAP by applying by login to the SAP portal. So these two configurations are very important: baseline configuration and final configuration. 80% of majority of configuration will done in the baseline part, and rest of the configurations comes under the like gap related and this integration part will comes under the final configuration. Okay, so and this is the business requirement gathering and system configuration. So first, as a function consultant, we need to gather the requirement. Then we need to do the configuration. Then we will have to perform the testing activities. There are several kind of testing activities we need to come across in real time. As a functional consultant, we will have to do different kind of test scripts, like preparation of test scripts for making test scripts. Generally, ALM tool should be used. So here we will have to write different kind of test scenarios. So like unit testing part, we need to do from our side. Unit testing, integration testing, regression testing. So UAT will be done by users, end users. And so then security testing and authorization is like some of the T codes are working or not. Performance testing. Okay, these are all test scenarios for this. So we need to create a test scenarios for each scenario, like a business process. And so we need to make testing. Okay, so in testing, we can find out any errors, bugs, and that we can eliminate it easily. So some of the testing we need to do with our cross module teams like FI people, SD people, so other ABAP people. So for that, we have to discuss each of them, and we need to set up several meetings with them. That is very vital for every function consultant. So these are all testing activities we should aware. As a functional consultant, we should aware these testing activities. And for a business, there are different kind of industry solutions will be there, scenarios will be there. For that, each scenario, so we need to test out in the ALM tool. So whether test has been passed or failed, those details we need to put into this ALM tool. Okay. So as a functional consultant, your role is doing testing activities and doing configuration and preparation of the documents and requirement gathering. This is very vital. So training. So as a functional consultant, so we need to train the key users, super users, and power users. So why? Because so if you provide the training to the end user, then end users doesn't make any mistakes while posting the documents. So that we can eliminate the more errors. So the providing training to the end user is a MM consultant role. So that is very important. Why? Because if you are giving wrong training, then they will make several mistakes that will impact on the financial statements. So training is very important to make the things smooth way. So as a function consultant, we will have to give training to SAP key users to creation of purchase order types and what we have done, like organization units information. Okay, and tax information. So basic some important information and training process should be we need to provide. And after end of the implementation, so you will be supporting to your end users. Okay, at the initial stage, so you will have to you will have to gather the requirement, then you will have to make configuration, then testing. Okay, and if project is moved to the go live, then support project will be started. So in the support project, so user will come across a different kind of tickets, like different kind of issues. So issues can be classified as. So at the time of booking purchase orders, goods receipt, invoice. Okay, so users will get some. They're stuck with. They will get some errors, and they're stuck with some errors, right? So there are different kind of errors will be there, like configuration errors. The errors should be configuration, and end user mistakes. Even end users give wrong information or wrong inputs. So system thrown errors, the end user's mistake. The configuration errors, end user mistakes, integration related errors, SAP MM module integrated with other cross modules. So there may be chance of getting integration related errors, mainly account determination part. We will connect to FI people. And technical errors. Technical means bugs, BAP related errors. So, and master data errors, so etc. And the data format errors. So we will have to resolve these errors. Okay, so if end user posting any kind of document, then he will get error, right? So like if he's posting wrong inputs, posting with wrong inputs, then definitely error will come. So that is end user mistakes. Okay, so even he is giving correct inputs but getting error, there may be chances of configuration related or integration related or BAP related or master data. So we need to trace out, we need to find the root cause. So why the error has been come and how to provide the solution. What is the SLA? Okay, SLA is nothing but service level agreement. So service level agreement means and tickets can be classified. So here, so if user getting an error, he will write the ticket. So tickets are classified as a P1, P2, P3, P4. So this P1 ticket has a time duration, P2 has time duration, and P3 has time duration, P4. So high priority tickets are P1, P2, medium priority ticket is P3, and low priority ticket is P4. So here, so tickets based upon the priority and severity, so we need to resolve the tickets. So P1 ticket duration may be 2 hours, 3 hours. Okay, P2 ticket duration should be 6 hours, 7 hours, depends. So we need to understand what is the SLA between the business SAP partner and the client. So based upon the SLA, we need to resolve the ticket. P3 ticket time duration should be 3 days. P4 ticket time duration should be 4 days. So based upon the requirement, based upon the SLA, so we need to resolve the ticket. And once the ticket has been raised by the user, we need to assign the ticket with our name or colleague name, whoever available. So that is very important. That is also called as a ticket breach. So if you not assign the ticket within the time interval or within the time interval you are not resolved, then it is called as a breach. Ticket should not be breached at any cost. If you are in the support project, mainly you need to focus on the resolution time and response time. Resolution means and how much time you are taken to clear this issue, to fix this issue. Or response time means and how much time you are taken to assign this ticket with your name or colleague name. So why? Because if you are not assigning the ticket immediately, so user will raise the escalation and it will impact your career. So that is the reason. So first thing is so assignment is very important. The second thing is resolution. So ticket may be classified as configuration and user mistakes and all. So we should analyze and we should find the root cause and we should finalize the issue. Okay, so if you are in support project, so we need to handle the month-ending activities and day-to-day tickets handling as well as batch input run. So batch jobs also we need to carry out. So that is also part of SAP consultant role. And sometimes we need to do the CR change request. So if you are in the support project, you should understand the incidents, service request, change request. So incidents has a priority and severity. So once the ticket has been come to your queue, there is a SLA. So we need to resolve the ticket within the time intervals. If it is P1 ticket 2 hours, P2 tickets 6 hours, P3 3 days, and P4 4 days. So we will have to resolve the ticket in time. So if it is a service request, so not that much priority. So we can resolve the tickets in time. Okay, there is no priority like 2 hours, 3 hours. We will resolve our time. So change request if you are doing any configurations or BAP related enhancements Okay, user exists. So all these cases, generally change request should be made. If you are doing implementation, then change request should be like configuration. If you are doing configuration, then change request should be prepared. Every company has a different process for this change request. That is called as a CR process. So we should understand the company's CR process. Then we will create this change request in the service now. All incidents and service request and change request we will create in the service now tool. So there are other tools also there, but I feel this is one important tool every company using right now. So BMC Remedy and other tools, solution managers, so many tools are there. But the service now, we generally, ticket assignment, allocation, closing. Okay, so and pulling all the tickets information, reports, we'll do in the service now. So incident should be raised by the user on the behalf of the user. So other people will raise. So that ticket you need to assign with your name or colleague name, and then you need to work on it, and you need to find out the root cause solution for the ticket, and you need to provide the solution. And service request. So there is not that much priority. Okay, so we can resolve in time. Okay, so and so all time you need to connect the user, and you need to gather the requirement first. Okay, so what kind of error he is facing, that requirement you need to gather, and you need to understand, and you need to test in the lower level servers. Okay, then finalize the issue. Okay, so CR process like a transport request management process, how the CR transport request moved from the development to quality, quality to pre-production, pre-production to production. There is a process will be there. So we need to understand this process. Okay, so based upon this process, we will do configurations and transport request management process. So this is a support project. So like if you are in a support project, so you will have to handle different kind of tickets that would be raised by the user. So every time, so you need to connect the user and get the information. And so you need to test out these things in the lower level servers and find out the root cause and then provide the solution. So improvements. So in real time, there are certain improvements we need to do, like customizing reports, customizing T codes, tables, and all. So those are very important. If client business requirement is not fulfilled by SAP, then we need to process customization. So these are all customized reports, enhancements, and user exists, and tables. These are all things we need to create in real time with the help of the developer. So we need to maintain different kind of documentations. Okay, right now I have shown you one document business blueprints like that. So whatever the configurations you have done for that, we need to maintain document. Whatever the testing activities you have done for that, we need to maintain test scripts and documentation. So without documentation, system will not go. So even if you want to move the transport request from development to quality, documentation should be must and should. So we should understand the CR process. In CR process, we need to give each input. So that should be maintained by the MM consultant. And if it is required, several links also we need to add in the CR process. So it is very important as MM functional consultant, we need to collaborate with other functional module people and technical module people. So because integration part is there, so SAP MM people need to collect FI and need to connect FI. PP, okay, and SD module people along with other cross module functional technical modules based upon the requirement. So based upon the issue, so we will connect other module team members. That is also very important. And upgrades. So like if you are moving from the old version to latest version, like so ECC is ECC will be ended up in 2027. So right now S4HANA is going on. So like companies will migrate from ECC to S4HANA. So that is called as upgrade versions. If client is using old version and he wants to switch to new versions of SAP S4HANA or any other ECC version, then upgrades are very important as a MM consultant. So we should aware this upgrade related aspects. That is also vital. So right now, today I explained like SAP MM consultant roles and responsibilities. These are the roles and responsibilities, primary roles and responsibilities that we have to do in real time. So requirement gathering, system configuration, testing, training, support, improvements, documentation, collaboration, updates. So this is all about today's session. And if you have any questions further, please ask me right now. So this is end of the session. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me right now. Hello, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, sir. Bye. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Then I will wind up the session. We'll move to, if it is okay, then I will take one more session. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, I guess no question.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And please inform to
I'll call
Akash
you.
once.
Yeah, sure.
What's your name? What's your name? Okay.
It's a Uka.
Yeah. Please connect to Akash once because maybe his network is not good. Okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
connect and discuss with him. And after end of the session, you will be notified with one recorded video in the chat box.
No
Okay,
need to
and
be a
please
share.
share.
Actually, no need to be a share recorded video. I have recorded over here. I will share with him personally.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you.
Yeah, you need to be share. I will share with him. So
Okay.
I will connect you like 5:30. I'll the winning. I'll call you back and update you.
Okay, no issues. Thank you.
Sure.